You really be thinking you jamming.
Yeah. I keep telling y'all, I need to be a DJ. I need to be a DJ, man. Give it up. Anyway, with that being said, what's up, Cowboy Nation, Cowboy Headquarters, and America's team? It's your guy, G, the #1 Cowboy fan, Hampton, coming at you live, direct, and correct with some Mo news. That's what I said, Mo news, M-O news that you can use. And guess what? We are days away from some football. Give it up. See? I'm fired up. Okay, let me calm down. Okay. But okay, before I go on any further, guess who's in the house today, y'all? Guess who's in the house? The administrator. Give it up for the administrator.
Good evening. Good evening.
Yeah, she's in the house. Let's go like this here. That lovely background that you see, that is from my home city itself, Fort Worth, Texas. Give it up for Fort Worth, Texas, in the house. The phone. I know this coming. Y'all gotta forgive me. I am excited, Fleabug. I'm excited because
I can tell.
Man, you know what? Oh my gosh, this is. Let me turn this down a little bit. But you know, my administrator should be doing this, but I'm gonna do it anyway because she's a little.
What? I'm ready. Don't do that.
So listen, we in for a treat tonight, man. We got some things to talk about, man. Last Wednesday we had some great
show.
Great show last Wednesday. With Cowboys Corner coming on here, and old Mikey came back on. Ain't seen that guy in a long time, and with Chip and everybody else, man. So it's been a blast. As we have with Chip. All right.
What are you over there doing?
I'm trying to get everything set up. But anyway, so hey, listen, y'all. We are getting ready. Okay, Donnie, get with the news or shut up. Donnie Collins, who the hell are you on my show telling me what I need to do with your ugly dog? That's an ugly dog.
Oh, don't do that.
That's an ugly dog. That dog ugly, and it look like it's malnourished. Feed that dog some real food and quit feeding up Alpo.
We will not be doing our viewers like that. The dog is cute.
Hey, this Bobby Shah, he came at me first. Shit, who the hell is he? I don't know who Donnie Collins. Anyway, welcome to the show.
Welcome, Donnie. Welcome, Donnie.
Anyway, he don't know whose show he on, does he? But anyway, yeah, good. Anyway.
Welcome, Donnie.
Your ugly dog. That's an ugly dog.
He's such a hater.
He's on the wrong show to be trying to tell somebody to shut up. Anyway, get him off of there. Boom. Anyway, so hey, listen. So y'all know I gotta.
I'm gonna have to mute him tonight. I can already tell. What you got in that
listen, it's barbershop talk, so that's what we do. We're unapologetic with anything that we say. This is not a politically correct channel. We're not ESPN and all them other shows. We do what we do.
Ooh, Lord
look, put that up. I like this guy with his ugly dog. It makes no difference. I'm a Cowboy fan.
Amen. Welcome, Donnie. Welcome, Donnie.
Feed that ugly dog. That's what you need to do. Feed it.
Leave it alone already. Come on. Welcome, Donnie.
Come on, let's go. Let's get into this. Fleabug, let's get into our introduction. So, I want to thank all the subscribers and all those that follow this channel because without you, we would not be where we are. So let's give it up for our subscribers and followers. Yeah. So with that being said, I always got to give thanks. I got to give thanks to these individuals, these social media groups that gives us our props in their social media groups. Let's start out with the Cowboy Huddle podcast, Facebook, Cowboys Fan 365. Fleabug, did you want to do this?
We Them Boys, 520 Boys, Queens of Honor by Cowboys Fan Club Mexico, Cowboys Fan Zone 24/7 Guadalajara, Hard Hitters Lifestyle, One Star One Family. Thank you guys. We appreciate you.
Give it up for Fleabug. And that ugly dog. Okay, I'm on one today. So, okay, with that being said, also we got to get into this. So, guys, we do have an online store, man, and I want to thank everybody that has bought our product, our merchandise, because it means a lot to us. Because basically, you are supporting what we do. So you can always see a lot of our product on the www.cowboyhuddleapparel.com, and we have so much items on there. Outside of what you see here, we have throws, we have tumblers, we have sneakers. That's what I said. We have some sneakers. Cowboy Huddle Podcast sneakers. That's what I said. So yeah. So thank y'all. You get a chance, go by there and stop by there and just look, browse, and put something on layaway if you have to. It ain't nothing that expensive, but if you gotta put on layaway, put it on layaway. So anyway, thank y'all. Anyway. So also with that being said. Listen, now I told you I was going to go to this tailgate this coming up weekend. Well, there's been some changes. A buddy of mine, he's a big content creator, and he invited me to come to his tailgate. He's a big content creator, and we're great friends and everything. And so we made some arrangements. We changed our plans. So we will be in Vegas. Give it up. We will be in Vegas next Friday, which the tailgate is next Saturday, but I'll be there on Friday till Monday. So yeah, so I definitely need you guys to chime in and tap in, because we're going to be doing some live streams. We're going to be doing some interviews, all that good stuff, and we're going to definitely be partying. Give it up. Yeah. So yeah, and Fleabug, can you pull that up to let everybody know where we're going to be? Yeah, that's it. The Cowboy Fan Unity Tailgate. Give it up. That's Saturday, August 17th, 1 to 6 p.m. That's going to be the Cowboys versus them ugly Raiders, like that ugly dog. And it's
Oh my God! Don't run our new member off.
No, he cool. He cool. He good dude. It's going to be 2 blocks from the state. Now, this is actually going to be held in Las Vegas. So I will be there with DJ Kai, Sherry Godmother, DJ Raleigh D. So I know he's going to be on the ones and 2. So we're going to turn up. I'm ready. I'm ready to show up and show out. There's the address down there, 5570 South Valley View Boulevard, Las Vegas, Nevada. So if you're there, y'all swing through, because the Cowboy Huddle podcast will be there along with One Star One Family and a lot of other content creators. So make sure you come out, and there's the prices. If you're under 21, it's only $30. For pre-sales, it's $65, and the day of event, $75. So there it is. So y'all, all you can eat and drink: beer, seltzers, none, Top Chef drink, burgers, brats, and more. Let's go! Give it up. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Now, wouldn't that be something if I showed up? I'm just playing.
You need to be out there.
Playing.
You need to be out there. You part of the Cowboy Hunter podcast.
No joke.
Well, you need to be out there. Yeah, man, we're gonna turn up. So, with that being said, man, so here we are. We're getting close. So, the Cowboys didn't practice today. They didn't practice today, but they will be scrimmaging tomorrow. Yeah, they're scrimmaging. I don't know what that's going to look like. If you ask me, it's going to be 7-on-7 football, flag football, you ask me. But anyway, they are getting ready to do something different outside of practicing against each other. And I'm going to say this, man. What I've been seeing right now, man, Mike Zimmer's defense is looking like it's bananas. I mean, Micah Parsons.
Bananas good or bad?
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy because you got Micah Parsons all over the field, and then you got Marshawn kneeling at the defensive end, and you got Tank Lawrence on one side, and it's just crazy. Then you got Trey Diggs and Deron Bland on the corners. Then we got Malik Hooker, and then we got Wilson. It's the defense. I'm excited. That is what I want to see. So give it up for Mike Zimmer's defense. But yeah, man. So I'm excited. So we do have a game coming, not Saturday, it'll be Sunday. This weekend it'll be Sunday. So yeah, we'll see, and that's gonna be a lot to see. But I'm gonna get into that more when PR Cowboy gets on here, and I think we got another guest that might come on tonight. Then we'll go into that. But until then, we have to talk about this, man. We have a former Dallas Cowboy. I know y'all probably heard about this, but this was actually reported, since I got to get on with the news. That ugly dog, by Todd Brooks from Touchdown Wire. So it says, before Tony Dorsett made the number famous, And you know, Tony Dorsett actually wore the number 33 in Dallas. It was the Cowboy running back Wayne Thomas who wore the 33 jersey for the silver and blue. One of the more figures in the franchise history. Thomas passed away at the age of 77. Thomas was a first round draft pick. Now, this is for anybody that didn't know who Dwayne Thomas was, but he was the first guy to wear number 33. Thomas was the first round draft pick in 1970. Selected 23rd overall out of West Texas State. Wow. After leading the Cowboys in rushing as a rookie and helping guide the club to its first ever Super Bowl. What? Give it up. Y'all might not even knew that. Y'all just heard it first on the Cowboy Huddle podcast. I just gave y'all some news that you can use. How about that? Thomas asked to have his contract renegotiated during the offseason in what became an ugly public spat between player and organization that included personal attack made against both Tex Ram and Tom Landry. I remember that, and allegations by Thomas of racism. So, you know, this is crazy. And we got to show our respects to Dwayne Thomas, man. This guy here I remember him as a kid. Yeah, I ain't telling my age, but I remember him as a kid, man. But this guy was my electrifying. But so we want to give our condolences to the Thomas family from the Cowboy Huddle podcast. But also, before we get started, we got some others that we have to bring on stage, and let's bring these guys on, man. There we are. Yeah, there we are. Come on,
Hey.
we have DJ Kai and Cowboy in the house. What's going on?
Yes.
How
What's
y'all
up? What's
doing?
up? What's cracking, fam? Surprise! This was last minute. I just saw you guys. There. Like, G's on. You got to jump on there. They're talking about the tailgate.
Yeah, man. And what I was doing right at the moment, I was our condolences towards. I know we all remember Dwayne Thomas, man.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
knowing that he had passed away at the age 77. So that's what we do. You guys remember anything about Dwayne Thomas or read anything about Dwayne Thomas? I know it's a while back, but do y'all have any stories or any memory?
I myself, I don't. I remember him, but I don't really remember too much,
Yeah,
what he did.
he was original 33.
Yeah, original 33 is all I remember him about. So yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I remember the story, Fleabug. I don't know if you remember that, but the story, man, was an ugly, man, a big knockdown drag out between Dwayne Thomas and the organization, man. And they had traded him to the Patriots. And he went over there the first day he goes over there. He gets into it with the Patriots and everything. And you know, they it was so bad. Yeah, they sent him back. They sent him back. They said, "Oh no, you gotta go." So he came back to the Cowboys. And when he was at the Cowboys, he went the whole season without talking to his teammate. Wait a minute.
How do you do that?
But he was just that guy. I don't know. It was just something going on back then. But that's what he was really known for, is this big spat that he had with the organization and the Patriots and things like that. But while we're here and we got DJ Kai in the house, give us some inside scoop about the biggest, the baddest takeover in the world, man. Give it up for DJ Kai.
Yeah. Hey, we're just trying to let everybody know we're here for them, man. It's Las Vegas, it's Cowboys. Yeah, it's preseason, but because it's Las Vegas, we already know a bunch of Cowboys fans are going to go check it out, right? The cool thing is there's no pressure, no smack talking, because it's not a regular season game. Everyone gets to go and enjoy it, enjoy the Las Vegas vibe.
Yeah.
And I didn't hear of much going on prior to us doing it. That's why I was like, wait a minute. I already know there's going to be a bunch of Cowboys fans over there. So I made some calls and I said, hey, let's do this. And they said, let's go. Let's do it. So, we found a location only a couple blocks from Allegiant Stadium, and property is hard to get over there, guys. You guys know, like Las Vegas, even their regular tailgate area for Raiders fans is like a minimum. They don't even really want that happening too much. So we actually were able to find a business a couple blocks away that we got the renting out the parking lot from them, and we're able to set up so we don't have to be there when the gates open. We actually could set up and do it upright and be set up so when everyone's there, it's all good. You got DJ Raleigh D in the mix. We'll have all you could
Give it
eat.
up.
So yeah, DJ Raleigh D, and we're the same ones that brought that Arizona tailgate to everybody. So there was plenty of food, there was plenty of drinks, and even drinks that's your beers, seltzers, mixed drinks, rum and coke, cranberry vodkas, stuff like that's included. So yeah, we're just doing everything we can to make sure everyone that attends has a really good time. And honestly, this even sets up even more for next year, because next year we play in Las Vegas during the season.
Ooh, give it up.
So if you guys actually check it out, those that are getting in on it this year, the way I look at it, those that are getting in on it this year are going to be having first dibs to have some fun next year. So with you guys coming, I'm looking forward to. Again, we just talked, but I'm definitely going to put it out there that Cowboys Huddle podcast is going to be there, and hopefully, I want you guys to be there and get as much content as possible, man. I want you guys to walk around. We'll make announcements. So you guys are here. Like, you guys know us. We're very big into promoting.
Yes.
Everybody that we can, that we have a relation with, and it's all positive vibes. So
yes, sir.
Yeah, we look forward to having you. So I mean, we want people to bring their fan club canopies. We want people to bring their star status or SCDC FC gear. Like, fortunately, that's how we do it. It's about unity and promoting other groups.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're looking forward to it. Again, we're going all out, making sure everybody's gonna have a good time. But we already have people from Arizona, people from Texas, people from other states buying tickets. So and for that, you could go to our link, our One Star One Family, any of our One Star One Family pages on Instagram, Facebook, or TikTok. Go to our link tree near the bio, hit that, and they'll take you right to where you could buy tickets. And they're $65 right now, and it'll be 75 day of. But yeah, this weekend we'll be at SoFi.
Yeah,
because SCDCFC and Star Status Cowboys Connection are hosting that tailgate back by the pink lot in the RV section. So they'll be having a tailgate and watch party there. So we'll be there this weekend, and then getting ready for ours the following weekend. So, and we've been at camp. We've been at training camp.
So you have been busy.
Yeah.
Yeah. You haven't been, because I'm following you.
Yeah. I know everybody's like, where you at now, bro? Like, damn, slow down. I can't keep up with you. But you know what? Over here I'm in California, obviously. But for us, it's all happening preseason. Yeah. Because during the season, everything else is on the other side of the states. Yeah. All the games. So really, other than the 49er game that's happening week 8, other than that, ain't nothing else happening other than training camp and these preseason games. So that's why we're all, everybody's getting all into these preseason games. But we'll definitely be seeing you guys. Hopefully Thanksgiving week we'll be going over there to Texas, and then we're going to Atlanta for the Atlanta game. So we already know. I mean, a lot of Cowboys fans are pissed off at Jerry Jones right now. Obviously, rightfully so. Yes. And so a lot of people, if you actually go to training camp, the stands have been pretty empty. Like, it's crazy. And to see that after being there the previous years, with all the excitement of the team and everything, it's crazy. Everybody's talking. You hear everybody talking, giving their own comment, their own perspective, their opinions. But it's Jerry's doing us dirty. Jerry's doing us dirty for sure. And a lot of fans are showing that they're not cool
not happy.
Exactly.
So, let me ask you this, DJ Khan. Do you think the fans have had enough of the antics and the all the this that's going on now? We're talking about seeding, which I'm gonna get into that in a minute. But does it seems that the fans have their hopes been damped, or what do you think from what you saw out there?
I mean, the team we had, if there aren't any changes, I mean, honestly, what are your expectations for the team doing better than what they did last year? There weren't any changes. And Jerry Jones, I mean, it's one thing he didn't do anything in free agency, right? He didn't pick anybody up, but he keeps talking about we don't mess with free agency because we want to pay our players. We want to pay our players that earned their market value and everything, right? And to not even do that with CD Lamb, like Dak, he's suspect in a lot of people's eyes. A lot of people already like he was there 8 years. He's been a quarterback. He didn't do it, whatever. But CD Lamb, he's what, top three, two in the NFL as far as receivers, and you don't even want to pay him like market value. Like, come on, like where is your money going? It's just crazy. It's just crazy. So a lot of people are really upset because, for one, he's passing up on good, you know, free agents to like running backs and all that to make us a stronger team, to go into San Francisco and battle with them, to play Baltimore, to play these teams. But if that's not happening, and then you're still having a hard time signing your own players, um, what's really going on, man? What's really going on?
You know, and that's so true, man. And I think this is what's needed, PR Cowboy. But let's get into this real quick. I just want to kind of go back over this, man. So basically what they're saying, the Cowboys rid roster of CD Lamb, and they bring in 3 new faces. So with that being said, this was reported. It says the Dallas Cowboys have made it official on Tuesday. The club has made 6 changes to their roster, including officially saying, I don't know if they want to say goodbye, but it says goodbye to wideout CD Lamb, who is holding out in an effort to secure more financial security. To this point, the team has dealt with his absence without making anything official. Okay. So this here, and right now, man, CD Lamb has already racked up almost $1.5 million in fines.
Yeah.
So
that's crazy.
Now I'm just going to play both sides of this. So now I think CD is due what, 17 million this year, something like that. PR Cowboy, I believe. So what is PR Cowboy? What is his thought process, knowing that okay, he's owed 17 million, but at the same time he's holding out. So how are you feeling about the situation where we have at hand right now?
It's like DJ Cal said, it's we're upset. The fans are upset. One, on how the season ended, and then you drag this on. Oh, this all in. Okay, we read it a different way, and like he said, oh, we want. Just Steven says it. We like our own guys, but you start these contract talks so late in the process that you have stuff like this go on into the training camp. This talk should have been happening as soon as the season was over. And then they try to make themselves look good by like, oh, we sent them a contract this week and we're waiting for them to respond.
Man.
Like, and it's just ongoing the way we've done business. And I've been one of those too to applaud these guys for how they've drafted, they've drafted well, bringing these players in. But it's getting to the point where, man, you got to bring somebody else from the outside to help get over the top, and you're just sticking with your guy. Which again, like I said, you got good guys. CD Lamb, like you said, top 2, top 3 guy. You know what I'm saying?
That's crazy.
But why are these deals not getting done earlier so you can focus on other aspects of your team to bring in other players?
And you got to set an example too, because by doing this, what makes any other rookie like Micah Parsons coming up really want to be committed to the Cowboys?
Go and be next.
You know what I mean? You got to set that example. So for him, you got Dak and you got CD looking at getting big contracts. But if they're dragging their feet on these 2 guys, what makes Micah want to really, all these guys, they're all about securing the bag, right? Secure the bag. And for them financially, what they get paid is where their ranking is with their competition, in their positions. But bragging rights, whatever you want to call it. But if that's not going to be there, then Micah's probably just going to play real hard, because Jerry Jones, they love getting all their money out of these rookies.
Yeah.
Love getting all their money out of these rookies.
Yes.
So you would think they'd be getting ready for when they actually need that big contract. But these guys been putting up. It's put up or shut up. These guys been putting up numbers. And, I mean, Lance doesn't look the greatest out there. Cooper Rush is looking pretty smooth. But honestly, what is a really Cooper Rush? As is he actually a big threat? No, it's just game management, But
Yeah, game management.
yeah, game management, which is fine, but still, it's nothing to come back from a deficit in the fourth quarter with. You know what I mean?
Good stuff. Well, see, it's one key word that you guys are missing. I'm going to share it with you one more time. It's called ambiguity.
I knew you was gonna say that.
I got ambiguity.
I knew you were gonna say that.
I carry ambiguity with me.
Oh,
I got
man.
ambiguity in me, and I know about ambiguity. Now, all in might mean something to you, but it means something else to me. It's called ambiguity. And
Well, he's
this is
not all
what
in.
Jerry Jones is saying. What are we doing?
Yeah.
Who is running this organization? Fleabug, who's running this organization? I
don't
have
know, but
no
they're screwing
idea.
up big time. Because if we lose CeeDee Lamb, I don't even know what to say. I just feel like they're making a big mistake. I mean, it's 13 days now that he's been held out, and I just think that I don't know. They need to do something quickly. And I understand because you said earlier that Dak made a statement. You said earlier that Dak made a statement that he's still under contract. I understand that, but I think I look at it like when Dak held out that year. He didn't come. He didn't, he held out until his agent got him what he wanted. I just feel like we cannot afford to lose CeeDee Lamb. We just cannot. Like I don't think we're going to lose him, but right now you just never know. The Cowboys are just they have done awful this season as far as negotiating with their players. It's horrible.
Right. And CeeDee, if you really think about it, CeeDee waiting till like next year to do this, Cowboys are just be in a situation with like Dak. But to me, by him doing it now, it actually goes to show that he wants to stay a Cowboy. Right? You do it now. You do it now. You're letting everybody know I want to be a Cowboy for a few years.
Yeah.
You wait till the end on the last contract. Now it's up to Jerry Jones to pay, or you're gone and getting paid from someone else. They're going to snatch you up. So, yeah. It's crazy.
And you're right. It's just been horrible going on from free agency and contracts. This have been years and years of just bad doing contracts. So, like you said, who's running it? I feel like Steven has a big part in it, especially sometimes of the moves are like the hard moves to cut some players sometimes. Jerry falls in love with his guys. But then you still have Jerry stepping in, like, hey, I'm daddy, I'm going to make this move. And so you just get this, I feel like you just get this struggle between the two, and you're just like, you don't have one person in charge.
Yeah. And I don't know if you guys remember, but Charles Haley has said it best. He said when he was talking about, Jerry Jones, that he says his time is up basically because of all the backloading that he has done with these contracts and all the gambling he has done with the contract, to where now he's found himself, Jerry Jones have found himself in a situation that he may not be able to get out of. I mean,
put up or shut up. It's a put up or shut up right now.
And so seems like that's where we are, and we don't know what is taking place here. We got rid of Zeke and we bring Zeke back. I mean, and this is where we are. So who knows what direction this team is going in? But I'm eager to see what this defense looks like.
They look good. The defense is looking good. Like I said, I was just out there yesterday. And I was like, oh, wait a minute. We no practice tomorrow, which is today. I said, oh, there's no practice. And then they got a scrimmage against the Rams on Thursday. I go, so that means they're going to be pushing today. They're going to be knocking each other, getting after it today. So we actually got to see a lot of really some intensity. We got to see some pretty good plays. Tolbert looked really good yesterday. Cropper actually had a hell of a day. He was catching everything. So a lot of people were wooing, over Cropper. I mean, and the defense did look good. There's a couple times Micah just shot through everything and tapped Dak on the butt, and then they still finished out the play and got it off. But still, by then, I mean, Micah already shut it down a couple yards past Dak because he already went by him. He'd have been knocked out
That's
had it
my
been a
boy.
regular game. But Guyton is a big guy. He's a big guy. He's handling his own. BB's handling his own. Again, if they're able to get them as starters, that's two more players Jerry Jones doesn't have to pay for a few years down the road. So you got to look. It's all the chess move with money, and he loves getting these rookies out early, so he don't have to pay them. He
Mm-hmm.
gets their max out of them. So when it comes down the line, we'll see what happens. But it was good. It was good. It was going back and forth. Dak looked sharp, so that's the thing. But again, now everyone's like, I don't really want to pay attention to Dak till the playoffs. So we'll see what happens.
Oh wow! So let me ask you. So did you see Micah moving around the field a lot, or did he play a lot of defensive end, or how did that work for
Yeah,
Mike?
he was on the end. I really didn't see him. I was waiting to see him sit back at the linebacker spot, but now that they got
Yeah,
Leofau
yeah,
and Kendricks and Damian Wilson and these guys, out there, they don't need Micah to be sitting back. So they picked up a few linebackers, so we'll see how that goes.
yeah.
Mozzie's looking better. But
I got something for you, DJ. How about BB? G knows I'm infatuated. I've been since the draft. I've been infatuated with BB. I know
yeah.
I've heard that he's been struggling with some of the snaps, but besides the snapping, his takeoff, his strength, and all that looks good. What have you seen since you've been up there?
Yeah. I was actually able to see a lot of one-on-ones like him. It's cool because you can see that when they line up and just one will go instead of everybody just one at a time, and they're taking turns going at him. And he's standing them up. Yeah, he's giving up a couple steps, but at the same time, he's standing them up too. Like he's locking them
Mm.
in and keeping them from getting past that line of scrimmage. So it was actually pretty good to see for being a rookie and them going at him like that. I thought he did a really good job of doing that. He's a big dude, but he's stout. His body's actually his legs aren't as long as they seem, so he's pretty down. So his leverage with these other
Pad
guys is
level.
actually pretty good. Yeah. He can
And
get that leverage and get their upper body to get stood up. So I was actually pretty impressed with that. And then Guyton's just a big kid.
yeah.
Number
Oh my
60, he's
gosh.
just big. You can't get around that dude. He's bigger
Yeah.
than Tyron Smith by a couple
Yeah.
inches. So
Woo.
yeah, and he's able to move and all that. So yeah, that was actually, it was really good to see both of them out there doing their thing.
Cooper Beebe reminds me of his stature, Mark Stepnoski. That's exactly who he reminds me of. Mark Stepnoski wasn't a big guy. He was a short, wide guy, and it didn't take much for him to keep his pad level down to get up under those big guys. And that's when you said that, that's who that reminded me of. When we had Mark Stepnoski years ago in the 90s. And that's about. So let me ask you this, there, DJ. Zeke Elliott.
Mm-hmm.
Let's talk about Zeke Elliott. Has he lost the step?
For one, I wasn't really big on Zeke coming back. So if you really want to go there,
that means you have to be honest.
But Zeke does look fast. He does look good. But to me, it's just that same old. I hate it when they do little dump passes to Zeke, because to me, that's all we did when Zeke was back there. If there's nothing that for Dak to see and throw to, then he just dumps it. Then he just dumps it, and then that's not really a big play. So, I mean, I want Dak to actually throw it. But I mean, Zeke could punch it. He was running in them through that line, pushing pretty hard. But he does look good. He did look decent. Nothing different, out of the ordinary that I'd be super impressed about. But I just hope they don't go back to their old ways of playing, Dak and Zeke being the 1-2 punch, because that's not what it should be.
I don't think you'll see that, because McCarthy. Remember when they were there? It was Kellen Moore's offense. You're running McCarthy's offense, so I think you won't see that. But how about the other running backs? Did you see any other running back that stood out to you besides Zeke that you feel
Dowdle looked pretty decent. That'll
Okay.
look pretty strong. Yeah, he did look pretty strong. He did look pretty good. Um, but at the same time, you got that defense. You got Mozzie. You got Zimmer working with these guys. So they're trying to plug up that middle.
Woo!
So
That's
honestly, it's
good.
hard to
So we want to see.
see what our running backs are doing when they're going right into this big old wall, pack and trying to get around them. So there were some they did of 2-minute drills, or they did drills where from the 20 they had to score and they didn't really use receivers. It was just like run games and little
Ooh,
out the back,
inside
and that was
game.
cool to see.
Inside game.
Yeah, that was cool to see, using the tight ends and stuff like that.
Mm.
But no, it was actually pretty intense practice yesterday, and they went over, like they kept pushing it, doing so many 2-minute drills, a lot of 2-minute drills, and that's from
That's nice.
50, that's from midfield. And then they'd have
Oh,
Cooper.
now they
Yeah,
driving.
they driving. They're working on
Oh.
driving. So that was cool to see. You had Dak run with the ones. Yesterday they had Trey Lance running with the twos, and Cooper Rush running with the threes. But I think that's just to see what Lance is gonna do, because the previous practice,
Yeah.
Lance was with the threes, and he really didn't do too great.
So and maybe that could be the case. Him running with the threes. Now I know he'll definitely going to probably start with the twos on Sunday. And
Right.
So how does Trey Lance look to you? I mean, overall.
I mean, he could throw the ball, he could run. His decision making was kind of a little late, on getting them throws off.
Yeah.
So that wasn't really cool. I did not like that at all.
And I think that's the thing we worry about him, right? We know he has the stature, right? We know he has the big arm, he has the athletic ability, but does he have it up here? Is what we want
Yeah.
to know. So
Yeah, a lot of high balls from him yesterday, which those are never good,
No.
because you got defenders back there, waiting
Yeah.
for an errant ball. So, but the DBs are challenging them, the receivers. Again, it goes back to the defense. But you want to practice against the best to be the best. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So when you got guys like Bland, Lewis had a real big practice. So when you got Bland and Lewis on both sides, then you still got Diggs. Diggs was getting in getting in some plays, and then he sit out for a bit and then come in for a couple, and then just to get in the motion, the speed of things. But nah, man, you got that. The defense is looking sharp, man. But
And
they're
that's what you
letting,
want.
yeah.
Yeah, that's
But
what you want to
Parsons is
see.
on the edge. D
Yeah.
Law, is on the other edge, and then you got Mozzie and all them dudes trying to work out, crunch up that middle, and then you got the DBs. They're all going to be the same DBs. So now you got another year of them playing together. So they're going to see what Zim
Yeah.
gives them.
What was that? What was that? PR Cowboy? What you have?
No, it's just like you said, like you get Tyler against Parsons. You want him to go up against a guy like that. You want these young guys to go up against these guys. So you want to see that. My thing was, what about? And you brought up the defensive backs, and we had brought up some players that we like to see. The rookie cornerback Carson from Wake Forest. Did you see anything special out of him that you liked or didn't like?
Yeah, he's been surprising people. He's been doing really well. And I didn't really pay attention to him too much yesterday. There was a lot going on.
Who is this?
Kalen Carson.
Okay, yeah. Okay.
But like I said, he was. I mean, he has been. People been talking about him, and he has been stepping up and challenging these guys. And that's what you want too. You want someone trying to make that team. But if he makes that team, that means someone else is getting bumped. So these guys, are putting in work. But fortunately, Zimmer, I do like Zimmer. Zimmer's actually not that big. I thought he looks bigger on TV.
That's his belly. That's his belly. He got that big belly.
Yeah, that panza. He's got that little panza that sticks out.
He's
So
a
I was
married
cracking up.
man.
Yeah. Coach Reed was cool. We talked to him. He came to the sideline and was BSing with everybody. Real cool. He's asking who you think's gonna win today, offense or defense. And so that was pretty cool. And but he's in there too. So Reed's on him. But these guys are veterans now. Our DBs are veterans now. They got a few years playing together. They got to shut it down. But you need that offense to move that ball. And I think with Dak and everybody doing those march down the field drills, that's gonna help a lot.
So they were definitely doing some banging inside and The intense practice, basically, that's what you saw.
Yeah. They're picking it up. Lots of contact.
So now I'm gonna tell you something, DJ Cobb. My biggest concern is that interior on that defense, and I know we're talking about Mozzie and we're talking about the others, Osa Digazua. But man, personally, and I said this in another video, I said it's going to probably be the guys that we don't know for whatever reason. I think it's going to be Carl Davis and Justin. Justin. I just forgot his name, but you know what? He's a defensive tackle, and I'm going to tell you who he is right now. Justin Rogers. Okay, give it up for Justin Rogers. So, what did you see from the inside of the interior of the defense? Who stood out? Did Mozzie stand out, or is he still working on trying to get where we need him?
No, Mozzie is actually looking pretty good. And like everybody says, I mean, it's easy to go off on a number 1 draft pick, and if he's not productive immediately. But like even coach is saying, it takes 2-3 years for an interior D lineman to really get the feel of the power, the speed, and everything for the pros. But no, they were doing a really good job of closing that middle up. But again, when you got true linebackers like Overshown's back, you got linebackers, like I said, Kendricks with experience. He's not a big dude. Leofau's bigger than Kendricks.
Really?
But he's smart and he's fast. So you got some youngsters coming in trying to, get some in because they know that's where we need help. So if I was a linebacker, I'd be like, you know what? I'm here to save the day. Like we haven't had linebackers.
Yeah.
Now
would you say this linebacker core
to get that defensive end money? So
yeah, would you say this linebacker core you see right now is an upgrade from last year, or would you say about the same from what we had?
Oh yeah, no, they're linebackers. We got
linebackers. They're linebackers. Yeah, give it up. They're linebackers.
They're not trying to play around. They're not trying to play around. I'm sure they gave in to Mike and say, you know what, you just handle. He is fast. He does get in there.
Yeah.
But now we have actually chess pieces sitting right there, ready to hit, seal up some gaps and help that interior lineman. That helps them too. So, it all is a working machine. And when you got linebackers that can cover gaps that the linemen kind of leave open, and they go hand in hand. It's all good. But we got guy Overshown's. You can tell he's fired up. He's ready to come back and get in there. So
good.
Yeah. So and we got to also remember, man, Zimmer is running a true 4-3 defense.
Yep.
I didn't know they were still running that because everybody's running nickel. They're running nickels with some dimes and things like that. But he's running a true 4-3 defense with a bunch of blitz disguises. You don't know if he's coming. You don't know if he's going. You don't know if he's, you don't know. So yeah, you like you say, DJ Kai, you need true linebackers when you got a middle, a strong, and a weak side linebacker.
Right.
And man, that is going to be scary.
Yeah.
It's going to be really scary. I mean, just that's great news. I'm really excited about the defense. I really am. I want to see what this look like. And I know we probably won't see a full blueprint of what the defense looked like in the preseason game. But again, I'm still, excited to see something different with Mike Zimmer, So
yeah, and they're definitely putting that challenge out there for the offense. So, but it is cool because when the defense is on them playing tough, then all of a sudden Dak drives it down and throws some dimes. You're like, whoa, okay,
that's good.
They're getting after each other and challenging each other. And I was like, oh wow, that was impressive. I didn't think he was gonna drive it down like that, but he does. But again, I mean, he's got to be ready because that first half of the schedule is the tough one for us. And if Dak doesn't come through with a winning record after the first, 7 games, it's gonna be
But and that's the thing about we've always known this, and I'm gonna bring out the next guest. He's on there. He's waiting for me, my guy. But one thing that we've always said about a blitzing defense: you live by the blitz, you die by the blitz. You know what I mean? So we're gonna see how this works because, like you said, you saw Dak be able to pick up, and I noticed they start taking the running back instead of keeping him back behind Dak. They start putting him up close to the line to pick up any blitz which was smart by Mike McCarthy. So I saw that as well. But yeah, so we're gonna see how this blitz this blitzing game is going to work. But with that being said, I want to bring this next individual on. He always comes through for me. I'm pretty sure you all know who he is. It's our guy, Cowboys Corner. Give it up. What's going on, my guy?
Not a whole lot, man. That was a great training camp breakdown, DJ. So I appreciate that. I was listening. That's super cool.
Thanks, man. Thanks.
Didn't know Mike Zimmer was a little guy, so that's noted. So if he matches up, I'm like, you're just a little guy. Get off the field. Be good stuff.
Yeah, everyone's like, "Where's Mike Zimmer? Where's Mike Zimmer?" I'm like, "He's literally right here with the blue shirt." They're like, "Oh shit!" Everyone's looking for this massive dude, but no.
But he carries a big stick, bro. The guy, I mean, he bars none, and he spares no feelings. If he doesn't like something, he's going to correct it. And I think that's what we need. I like Dan Quinn, but I think we had too much of a kumbaya last year, with Mike McCarthy. No one gets in your face, and then you had Dan Quinn. So this is going to be a little different. I think this is going to be a little different. So, Coach Cowboy Corner, what do you got? What you think right now? What's going on with you, and what's on your mind, my man?
Man, we got the preseason, man. Knocking on Sunday. Everyone, we can go to the Oxnards, and we can break down practice, right? We can be a practice scout all day long, but give me a lights on scouting report. Let me see what Trey Lance looks like when someone wants to really kill him. Let me see what Jalen Tolbert looks like when someone wants to really kill him. Right? We want good, consistent days. You play how you practice, right? That's the same. So sometimes, not all the time, sometimes you could just be a bad practicer, and it translates into games too. Right. So I was a bad practicer, that caused a lot of penalties, did a lot of stupid stuff. But on game day, on Friday Night Lights, boy, I was out there taking heads off. So, it's just one of those things where I can't wait to get the Sunday report.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm really looking forward to. Like, because Trey Lance does this wrong, Trey Lance does that wrong. The Cooper Rush, Trey Lance thing so far apart. Well, hold on. We're talking about practice here. This is where you want to make mistakes. This is where you want to take your chances. This is where you want to build your rapport with your wide receivers, right? So let's see what Sunday looks like. That's what I got. Let's see what Sunday looks like.
And you're right. You're right about that because after so many practices, you get to learn how this guy actually plays. You know what this defensive end is going to do because we saw Mike McCarthy. Mike McCarthy saw that Mike Zimmer was bringing all these blitz. So what he did, he slid his running back up in a gap instead of him keeping him back there. So he made adjustments. So after so long, and like you say, after so many practices, you kind of figure out what a player does and how a coach. Again, I agree with you, Cowboy Corner. We have to. I'm ready to see. That's what I titled this live about. Dallas Cowboy evaluation starts this weekend. Now we get to evaluate. And with that being said, PR Cowboy, what is it that you're going to be looking for come Sunday? I mean, there's going to be a lot to see, but what are you going to focus on?
It's like these guys said. You got a lot of things to look at. We're going to be looking at Trey Lance, right? We want to see what he does in the game situation. We're going to be looking at these young rookies, offensive linemen, Guyton and BB. See how these guys hold up in live game action. Our rookie cornerback, Carson. But me personally, I go back to what Cowboys Corner. I want to see what Trey Lance does in live action, how he handles the offense, 2-minute drill during somebody who's coming after you and wants to take your head off and it's going to put you on your back. That's what I want to see. Does he stay in the pocket, follow through the throw, take the hit? That's what I want to see.
Yeah, that's something that needs to be evaluated. DJ Kyle, what is it that you're going to be looking forward to seeing when this game kicks off?
Well, we'll be hearing about some of it happening tomorrow because tomorrow we scrimmage against the Rams at Oxnard at training camp. So we'll definitely see if there's some fights, some little heated, actions happening. I guess there's 3 fights at the Detroit and Jets practice or whatever today. So we'll see how that goes. But I'm glad they're scrimmaging them tomorrow. That way they can just show up Sunday, be a little more looser and know what they're dealing with. But I'm actually, like I said, keep an eye out for Cropper. Keep an eye out Tolbert. I don't know. I doubt they're gonna have Tolbert. They might have him for a little bit. But right now with CD out, I don't think they're going to chance having Tolbert out there. He's been playing really well, but Cropper and some of these other receivers that are trying to get up in there, we'll see if Lance can get it to him. Cooper Rush is looking smooth though.
He looks real
Rush
smooth.
Is looking in control and smooth.
Woo.
He's just back there just chilling and then boom, letting it go. But when he's in there, they call the plays to his ability, and it's easy. You know, he's just hitting little dudes, but he's got some zip on it. So it's hard to go, man. I just wish he had Trey Lance's legs.
Who talking about Cooper Rush?
Yeah.
Well, you can forget it. You can forget about it. Forget about it.
But yeah, it's gonna be good. We have a lot of linebackers, a lot of defensive guys, so they got to cut a lot of people, man. So we're gonna see what these guys are doing out there, and some of these other DBs. But right now, it's gonna be fun to see. It's gonna be fun to see.
The great thing about this preseason, man, and basically, like I said in several videos before, the competition level is so high. There's nothing written in stone. That Zeke, your job is not written in stone. You know, he can still get the axe, but I doubt if it happens. But we'll see on Sunday if he does not scrimmage or anything throughout any of the preseason. Well, he's more like going to be our start. But there's so much to see. But like you said earlier, with Trey Lance, Mike McCarthy is going to have to call plays that he's comfortable with. You know, put him in good position to be successful. But at the same time, it falls on Trey Lance. Trey Lance, this is something that you should be able to do. So I expect you to make this play. I expect you to make this throw, you know, follow through or whatever it is that I'm calling to, you know, put the team in a good position. So there is so much to see. So Cowboy Corner, there's a lot to see. But what are you going to focus on? Is it Trey Lance or what are you looking at?
Oh, yeah, Trey Lance for sure. You know, we knew Cooper Rush was going to do good. We're talking about a 2-2 starter versus a 5-1 starter, right? We know Cooper Rush has a little bit more skins on the wall than Trey Lance, so the expectation for Cooper Rush is just a little higher than Trey Lance. Cooper Rush has way more NFL experience, has way more game experience, been in a structured environment with the Dallas Cowboys than Trey Lance has, with bouncing around teams and coordinators, things of that nature. But I'm looking at this offensive line. I want to see Tyler Guyton. I want to see what Cooper Beebe could be. How does Cooper Beebe snap that ball? How many errors does he have snapping that ball? That's what I'm looking at. I'm looking at our defensive tackle situation. You know, the Cowboys, they picked up one defensive tackle just this past week. And but I'm looking at guys like Carl Davis. I'm looking at guys. Mozzie Smith better play. There's not a rhyme or reason why he's not out there. He better be out there playing. You know, I'm looking at those guys there, and then linebackers. I've been hearing nothing but checking all the boxes. All these linebackers, right? Looking at that linebacker. Are they legit? That's what I want to look at too. How's that depth behind there? Because that was a question mark this offseason coming in here with that linebacker situation. That looks pretty golden along with the corners. And I want to look at those strong safety. How does Donald Wilson check out? How does Marquise Bell look like going from linebacker back to his natural strong safety position? I'm looking at so many things. I'll be live on Cowboys Corner talking about it. The link will be in there if you guys want to come in and talk about it too. But looking at this new kickoff, how does Turpin look? You know, how does this thing? I know they're not going to show a lot now, but who's going to look who and how and where, and how many penalties do we get on that new kickoff rule, stuff like that. So just making sure Bone Fossil had the leg up here.
Yeah, he does.
Turpin said they were practicing this crap last year. So I better not see any errors. If not, I'll give him one. I'll give him one error only. That's it.
Well, it better not be a touchdown being called back. I tell you that. But
as long as Turpin knows how to plant and stick, I think we'll be all right.
Yeah. And this is something that he specializes in. So I see a lot of returns. So what this means there is the possibility that our scores might be a lot higher this year, guys, you know, with this type of kickoff. I love it. I like the kickoff because we saw what happened in the past. They moved the ball from the 25 to the 35, and everything they kicked went to the back of the end zone. So, you know, that's a waste of time. You might as well spot the ball at 35 and just run it from there. But with this new setup, I think I like it. And I watched it in the XFL. So, DJ, what do you think about this new kickoff?
Well, I saw that there were some rules that like onside kicks are not allowed and all that stuff. So that's gonna until the fourth quarter, I think.
Yeah.
So that's gonna kind of cut a lot of surprise out for a team that maybe want to surprise somebody. So it's gonna be interesting to see.
Yeah.
I mean, Turpin, he's fast. He's a small dude. His helmet looks too big for him. So especially with that pad on it, it looks like massive, man. So and so he's top heavy, so they just touch him and he goes flying, and I don't like that. But I mean, he does a little jump through step through a little creek, a gap, and he's gone. The way they line up, so you just never know. I mean, it could add a lot of surprise and some quick scoring for a lot of teams that get it down.
Yeah. PR Cowboy. Now, we know that you got a lot of players out here that's hungry. They're looking for contracts. They're looking for a place to call home. This probably is the worst time for any player that's looking for a home to get injured. And we know that this has happened with Deuce Vaughn. Deuce Vaughn is dealing with a hamstring. Bad timing. Bad timing. So with that being said, man, I mean, Deuce Vaughn and the things that he has to deal with. How do you feel about Deuce Vaughn? I mean, we're talking about Turpin being small. He has some challenges. So what do you think about Deuce?
Yeah, he's had challenges coming in. And this year would have been a great opportunity for him because we're not certain at the running back position. This was a really good opportunity for him. We know they like him in the special teams as well, with Turpin as well. But man, like you said, there's only so many players you can keep, and you have to be available to show off what you can do. And if somebody else is balling out there in that position, it just doesn't look good for you, and it sucks. I wish none of these guys would get injured. But when one guy goes down, the next guy, he's going to take advantage of it. And we've seen it over and over in this league. It happens a lot.
Yeah. Again, guys, I'm excited. I'm excited. I mean, we know what the offense. Well, we still have some uncertainty in the offense. But so, Cowboy Corner, what if Cooper Beebe is not your starting center? Is that a problem?
Absolutely not, because that's good going forward. Because Zach Martin might be retiring after this year, so you can put Cooper Beebe at that right guard position. Hoffman plays at a high level. You got your center thing figured out. Then how does Terrence Steele look? You can replace that with Thomas, who we drafted in the 6th round, as long as he pans out number 62, Nathan Thomas. So this line could be set up fantastically for the next head coaching staff that's coming in here.
Yeah, I agree. What do you think, DJ Kyle? You feel the same way about that?
Yeah. No, BB, he didn't play center. He was all over everywhere else. So, and the way, like I said, he's using his leverage to get up under guys. He's just got to help out right there in the middle. I mean, you got Guyton, you got the other guys on the edges handling their biz. But no, BB, this center thing is what he's trying to do for the Cowboys. Take him out of there, he's ready to go. So
he's a natural. And I wouldn't have a problem with that because I have my concerns about him going, but he looks pretty good playing the center position.
Yeah.
Can you imagine him just playing the guard position and doing one job like Tyler Smith? Oh my God!
And they were running all that offense, and I didn't see any bad snaps. Just to let you know, so he was in there. I didn't see any bad snaps. They were running. I mean, one of the other youngsters, right guard, that was in there, jumped off sides or something like that, but it wasn't him. So he was looking pretty solid.
So here's a question right here. So this question was brought up, guys, and what do you think? Do you see Zeke as a starter? Grab a corner.
No, absolutely not. Zeke is your ground and pound guy. And Zeke can look explosive right now. We've seen this story. By week 5, Zeke is running out of bounds after 2 yards. That is not standard starting caliber. Okay? I don't want to see that bull crap. Give me Malik Davis. Give me Rico Dowdle. Give me Nathaniel Pete. Give me somebody that's not going to run out of bounds like Zeke will after week 5. I need consistency. Zeke should not be a starter. If he's a starter, it's probably going to be for about 4 to 5 weeks when he starts running out of bounds.
DJ Kyle, what do you think about that?
Yeah,
and who do you think will be the starter?
I think Dowdle has more pop off a snap, especially if they're going to go north-south. Dowdle's got more of that. Now, if you're going to put in a running back for when you got your, 2 tight ends and it's a pass situation, then throw in Zeke because he's the one that's catching them out the backfield out of all of them. But other than that, nah, it's Rico Dowdle is the one that looks pretty solid.
All right, PR Cowboy, how you feeling about this backfield and who you think should be the starter?
Same thing. I think Rico should be the starter, given the opportunity. He should be the guy. If he stays healthy, that's the question with him, is trying to stay healthy as well. But yeah, Zeke, sorry, I can't see him as a starter. Maybe, we need the 1 yard, 2 yards. You want to put him in there, but we need more explosiveness, and I think Rico gives you that upper hand as far as giving you the explosiveness. And don't forget about the kid from Missouri. I can't remember, Pete.
Nathaniel Pete.
I want to see what he does too. So yeah.
So
and Snoop Connor.
Give it. Say, listen, man. Okay, I gotta say this, man. And I love Zeke and I love Rico and all those guys, but this is my dark horse. Snoop Connor stands at 5'10", 222 pounds. Last person I knew that stood that tall won 3 Super Bowls. So I'm just saying, but just even watching this kid, man, this kid is explosive. I don't know if you've seen any highlights on this kid. If he get any playing time, this kid has speed and he has a lot of power. So yeah, we could see Zeke get pushed out if we come with someone like Rico and Snoop Connor. And I don't know. What do y'all think about Royce Freeman? Does he have a chance? Does he have a chance, Cowboy corner?
He does have a chance, but he's hurt right now. As soon as Stephen Jones mentioned his name, he got hurt. So Deuce Vaughn, who's a wasted roster spot anyway, this is why we're in this situation, because we drafted Deuce Vaughn. This is why we're in this situation. We wasted a running back pick on Deuce Vaughn. This is why we're going to talk about Nathaniel Pete and Snoop Connor and hang on to Malik Davis and Rico and Zeke of all worlds, because we fumbled the draft at running back position last year, picking up this dude, and we fumbled it not picking a running back up in this draft. But I'll take Kalen Carson all day long, not complaining in that department. Yeah. But that's just where it's at.
Yeah, you're so right on that, man. What about Freeman? Yeah, Freeman. We just said, yeah, he's hurt. Yeah. So
this gives your guys like Snoop Connor the opportunity, like you said, Freeman down, Deuce down. It gives them the opportunity to take it, and he'll get a shot.
And, guys, Snoop had some nice plays. Snoop had some nice plays at camp.
Did he really? He did.
People are already on the Snoop, train. So. Yeah.
My guy. He's wearing number 32? He's wearing what is he wearing? Number 32, I believe. Oh no. 32.
It's 36, ain't it?
Is it 36 or 32? I think one of them. I think it's 36. I think it is 36. You're right.
I think it's 32.
Yeah, that's Pete. Pete is wearing number 32. But listen, guys, hey, I appreciate you guys. I can't keep y'all on. We talk football all night. I'm excited because we got a game coming up, man. And like I said, we're all going to keep our eyes open and see what takes place. So I'm glad I'm not the only one excited. DJ Kyle, I'm sure you're going to come with some film and some interviews because we need that, okay? Make sure you do what you do best, and I'm looking forward to seeing you on next week, baby. We'll be up in there, man.
Next week. It's happening next week. So we'll definitely be looking forward to seeing you, kicking it with you guys. And I mean, again, everybody's invited. It's a Cowboys fans thing, you know what I mean? So anybody going to Las Vegas will be there a couple blocks away from Allegiant Stadium, taking over a block. and it's gonna be fun, man. DJ, music, food, drinks, fans from around the states. It's gonna be all good.
Okay, before we get out of here, tell everybody where they can find you, DJ Khan. And
you could find me and our events that we're hosting at One Star One Family. You spell it out. Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, any of those, go to our link tree near our bios, hit that, and you'll see all the information, how to buy tailgate tickets, what other events are going on, like golf tournaments or Unity barbecues and stuff like that. But man, we're just super excited. Obviously, we're trying to pick up where Jerry Jones is dropping the ball with Cowboys fans right now.
Bring
so
us back together. Bring us back together.
Yeah. And we know it. We know it. This is a year that we definitely need each other because everyone's just like, man, what the hell is going on, man? So
hey. We might not attend the games, but we can also enjoy the tailgate parties. How about that?
Oh yeah, for sure. So
Cowboy Corner, where can we find you, brother?
Yeah, right here, official Cowboys Corner, right here on the tubes. Cowboys Corner is now on Facebook. So if you want to follow Cowboys Corner on Facebook, and then _ Cowboys Corner on the Twitter. Now, if you're sensitive, do not follow me on Twitter. I will hurt your feelings. All right. I'm very bipolar when it comes to the Dallas Cowboys on Twitter. So be mindful of that.
Okay.
What time are you going on Sunday, Cowboy Corner?
Sunday, it's a 3:25 game, so I'll be locked and loaded at 3:00.
Okay.
That's good. PR Cowboy, where can we find you at, brother?
Yeah, I'm on TikTok too, and then of course you catch me here Wednesdays with G, doing this. So. Man, hey, last week I got busy with work last week, work calls, busy out here, but hey, good stuff last week, Cowboy Corner, and man, it was really good stuff to watch.
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, hey, I done held you guys up long enough, man. I appreciate you guys as always, man. You guys.
Thanks for sharing the link. Thank you.
Man, appreciate y'all and everybody else. Do me a favor, make sure you hit the like button and subscribe button and the notification bell so you will be notified when the next video is posted. With that being said, like I always say, don't nothing come to a sleeper but a dream. So let's make it happen. Dallas Cowboys out. Deuces.
Peace.